We're still on to Bedu on the move. And we are always on that movement, steady on the movement. And yes, part of our movement, we made a stop at the first screening of the movie Unforgivable. Love is not always a friend. Larry, do you think love is always a friend?
Well, you're my friend. I love you so much. I think, yes, love is always a friend.
Mm.
Yes, that's that. About that.
Mm, mm,
Uh,
All right, this one is produced by Osezuah Elimihe, starring star actor Timini Egboson.
Edafe, you are marvelous.
How many teeth did he?
You are strong.
The film industry is set to release a new blockbuster movie, Unforgivable. Is love really not always a friend? Bedu and the Move crew at the first screening of the yet to be released movie in Lagos spoke to the cast and crew who took us through the creative process of the movie and also revealed the production process is still in progress.
This kind of stories I like, breath of fresh air. How you tell a story is always important. You know, one of the greatest directors in the world I ever lived, I think Alfred Hitchcock also said something about movie making. That you need three great elements of movie making: the story, the story, the story. Osezuah wrote that story, directed it, produced it. So that element of storytelling, the story, that's what's lacking. Nollywood was number one in the world for stories, not for special effect, not for great camera work, but just the story. All of a sudden, we now became too advanced. We've gone to all these schools in the world, and we forgot the story. So it's taking us now back, and I like that.
We cannot overemphasize rape because it's a very sensitive topic. We cannot continue to have a society where more than half of women will say that they were raped at one point or the other. It's a very terrible thing. It shouldn't be. We shouldn't. So whatever we find to reduce the numbers in terms of amounts of women that, it's a welcome development for me.
The satirical movie, with a unique storyline and delivery technique, is produced and directed by Osezuah Elimihe.
I needed people that could bring out the interpretation of the story I had in my head. Then, in addition to that, I also want the audience, the cinema audience, to have people that they can connect with based on past performances. If you really want to get good performance, these are the people you could look at. I loved all of them. But because of the story, because of the character of Edafe that I wanted, when I looked at Timini, I said, Timini is debonair, good looking, and also very, very obeying. And I said, this is the kind of character. And he has this ambivalent nature. You could see him as a bad boy, you could see him as an innocent boy. He's the kind of person that will tell the world, go to hell. So he looks the part already. So it was just a little work to be done, and we'll have him. So Timini was picked.
Guilty or not guilty?
The accused pleads not guilty, my lord.
You are a rapist. Objection, my lord. I apologize.
I will not be needing any legal counsel for this case, and I have chosen to represent myself.
I like the angle that the rape case was taken from. We often have, when you talk about rape, you get this heaviness, and it's right to get that heaviness because it's a very heavy topic. It's a very heavy crime to commit against a human being. But oftentimes we do not get this perspective where the people who are wrongly accused have a say, have their day in court. So as much as it's important that the people who are raped get their day in court, even if it doesn't matter how few the wrongly accused are, they should have their day in court as well. So I do like that aspect.
It's unforgivable because if you know the relationship that actually is existing between the two characters who are the center stage of the rape accusation, you will understand that there are things that friends shouldn't do to friends. It comes out as unforgivable an act, but is there anything that's unforgivable? I don't know, but that's what it looks like. There are many people who will tell you that when they were shooting a movie, it was fun. I will not tell you this was fun. There were fun moments, but if you put all the fun moments on the straight line and put the daunting, the doubting, the doubtful, the ambivalent moments on the straight line, the fun moment is quite short.
Let's go.
Boss, I gallant guy. I am strong.
Ijoma Richards, this Timini Egbuson, Nancy Isime, Joseph Momodu, Emeka Oke, among others.
Red Dude is on the move again, let's go.